Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday Coffee by Appfire. Today we will talk about removing invalid fields from parent link custom field. We will have a look at the 2 Confluence updates, transfer page ownership, and better publishing experience. Then we will have a look at building a Crossproduct Forge apps, the fresh new redesign of Atlassian API. Then we'll move to the weekly events roundup, and finally the article of the week, what happens if you are too good at your job. Hi everyone, we are your hosts, Nikki and Biro from Appfire. Appfire helps teams collaborate more effectively with the apps that make work flow.
Hello. A new week. It's very hot in this studio. We didn't realize when we moved in here that this is going to be a sauna. But,
It's not as hot.
Let's just wait for a second.
I think what's even worse is waking up at 4 in the morning because she just doesn't want to sleep.
JJ, yes.
Yeah.
For sure. Right, well, let's start with the first piece of news. Software updates are on the way for company-managed projects in Jira. Changes include renaming of epics, introduction of parent field to replace existing epic and parent link fields. This post announces the removal of invalid parent link values resulting from issue type hierarchy changes. This move aims to prevent unintended visibility of invalid parent-child relationships, aligning closely with the soon-to-be introduced parent field.
Well, these changes to parent fields were introduced quite a while ago. So yeah, good to see it happening. Definitely good to consolidate the experience around the parent issues and epics across the projects.
It feels like cleanup now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's have a look at quite exciting Confluence updates. We have 2 improvements today. Atlassian Confluence now introduces a new feature which is called Page Ownership Transfer. The update allows a page creator or admins to assign a new page owner, which improves continuity and communication for the team. Changing ownership and viewing the history can be done easily via menu on the page. This feature promotes more efficient knowledge transfer, especially when people are moving the teams or leaving, and it's just being rolled out, so if you can't see it yet, don't worry, it will be on your Confluence soon.
Confluence goodies.
Yes. Well, before we move to the next Confluence update, let's talk about...
Yes, so I found this super cool tutorial published last week by Karen from Atlassian, teaching you how to build cross-product app in Jira and Confluence with Forge. The app she discusses will create a Confluence page when a new Jira issue is created and embed the Jira issue in the body of the page. This is something not achievable by automation for Jira and Confluence alone, thus necessitating the use of Forge, Atlassian's app development platform. She emphasizes that while the app used in this tutorial is basic, it can be expanded upon and adapted to cater to various requirements like creating a page only for specific type of Jira issues and so on. She directs readers to the development docs and the Atlassian developer community for further resources. I'm going to talk about this in my unofficial extended coffee shot recording in a bit, but this is just for private apps at the moment, so you can't really publish on the marketplace still.
And it's a new improvement, right? Because it wasn't possible.
It has been
possible.
Yeah. It has been possible
I remember
for a while, but this is really good for customers that want to build those internal apps that communicate between products.
Yeah, because when we were doing the hackathon in the past, we created that dashboard of Jira tickets for Confluence, and we're so impressed that it works, and then we published it to the marketplace and it didn't. When it's public, yeah, that was quite disappointing. Well, but it will be good to have it public eventually. Good that they're doing the tests and pushing this functionality. Let's have a look at the second Confluence update. Confluence team is working really hard on upgrading the publishing experience, and they just released this new publish dialog. It allows control of where and who can view the page, scheduling posts, and notification management during the initial and subsequent publishing. This feature streamlines permission management and gives you more control over the content visibility. Again, it's being rolled out gradually, so you should see it on your Confluence soon.
I remember something. Was there something recent around Confluence publishing? I don't know if my mind is failing.
Confluence is rolling out quite a bit of features, so there was, I'm not really sure exactly what kind of features because I'm not a big Confluence user. So I'm not really the one who will be using these improvements, but yeah, there is a lot of in Confluence happening. And
Nikki and I really love Jira.
Yeah,
Confluence, it's a good tool, but we didn't get into it.
Yeah. Good for documentation, I would say.
Good. Okay. Well, wow, it's good for documentation. Yes, thank you for that insightful information.
Yeah. Such a unique use case.
Right. Okay. So Atlassian announces a major redesign of its API reference pages. The refresh initiated in April for Jira Cloud and Confluence Cloud API references enhances usability and improves navigation. Key changes include a 3-column layout, progressive disclosure of information, and updated typography. The design also introduces a version menu for REST APIs with multiple versions, and feedback is encouraged to guide further enhancements via the Atlassian developer community or the give feedback option. And yeah, it looks really good. I always felt that the developer APIs reference and the documentation looks a tad too aged, and yeah, starting to look a little bit more crisp. I like the font, the styling of everything. Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a restyle of the page.
Yeah.
Is it like adding additional information to the documentation as well?
No, it's the how you consume that information. Like there's 3 columns now. It progressively loads the information on, that you discover, and it doesn't just show you everything at once. So they worked on the experience of how you consume the APIs.
Okay, I'll have a look. Is that you have events now?
Do I?
Yes. Let's go the events. So many events.
Here we are with the weekly events segment for our show. And I'll kick it off by highlighting this webinar by Atlassian on Thursday, teaching you everything you need to know about starting with Jira Product Discovery. So if you're keen to set up the discovery product for your team, join this session to learn from one of the product managers who built the tool. A good selection of partner organized events too, and to mention a couple, Atlassian Cloud Day on June 27th by Zybird Media guides Atlassian server customers on Atlassian cloud migration and benefits. And then second option for you this week, Code Reviews with AI by Mebeck Software on June 29th explores the pros and cons of utilizing AI in code reviews. On the ACE event side, I want to highlight a super duper community event happening in Bay Area and having a special guest. Atlassian co-founder and co-CEO Scott will host a live Ask Me Anything session in San Francisco this Thursday as part of his US tour. Community members can submit questions about Atlassian's origin, product roadmaps, or share their experiences. RSPV, if you're able to make it in person, should be a super valuable and insightful session. No pressure to you, Scott.
I mean, I'm probably grabbing the ticket right now. When I saw that, I was like, whoa, is there some European tour or something like that?
We're amping it up here.
Yes.
Yeah, go Scott.
So, yeah,
I don't think there's any pressure on him. He's probably doing
it's
these.
Fine. It's fine. But I think everyone is excited. There's going to be so many people. Can't watch to see the pictures of the event.
I'm sad that I'm not there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We are missing all the good ones.
Scott, you better do a European tour as well.
Yeah.
He's doing a US tour now. It's like, why only Europe?
There was a...
Come in Europe. We'll host you in Brighton.
There should be the Europe one because there was already Australian one and the US one is happening now. So maybe there's going to be some.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
If anyone can clip this, I'm not going to clip it for myself because it's a bit too... We want Scott on Monday Coffee. So he has to organize a European tour, because at the end of the day, you know, Europe is as big of a consumer of the Atlassian suite and ecosystem as well. So come have a tour in Europe and we'll host you in Brighton in our studio for Monday Coffee. How about that?
How awesome that would be. Well, let's have a look at the article of the week.
Yes.
It's about overachievers, so something for you, as I can see now.
I'm not sure if I'm an overachiever though.
You're trying to overachieve right now.
Yes, true.
Okay, let's have a look. Being great at your job can surprisingly hurt your career. As an overperformer, you can face three main risks, which are limited growth opportunities, harming workplace relationships, and risking burnout. There are some red flags that you can look for, like, for example, the reluctancy of your manager to promote you because they can't afford to let you go, or bullying in the workplace to undermine your work, and last, pressure to take more and more work that leads to then overtime and finally the burnout as well. Overperformers can mitigate these issues by collaborating with their team, developing communication and leadership skills, and actively seeking the feedback. So definitely have a look at the article. I think it was quite resonating with me from some of my past experience. So yeah, definitely check it out.
Yeah, it's very interesting to think about the fact that, you know, you're punished for being too good.
I guess, like, when I read it, I was like, some things kind of like...
Yeah, that's true.
You can relate, yeah.
But, you know, there's definitely environments where that is very celebrated and everyone's kind of like an overachiever. So if you ever find yourself in that situation, I would say, apart from these remedies and so on, you know, there's probably a lot of places and a lot of environments that would love to have you as an overachiever.
Absolutely. And it's also from manager to manager, right? And depends how they lead the team. So yeah, definitely good to have someone who supports you. And that's about it for this week about Atlassian news. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you don't want to miss on the latest and greatest from the Atlassian ecosystem, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Monday Coffee by Appfire, and you follow us on LinkedIn under the Jexo account as well. Today is full of bloopers. I hope that Biro is not gonna cut it. Via menu on the menu. Blah. Okay. Okay. Overperformers can make...
It's the heat.
Yeah, it's the heat, I guess.
Starting to take effect.
I actually didn't have a coffee, so I think that's the biggest effect over here. I need to go and grab some oat milk flat white. Okay, see you next week. Bye.
Let's go get some coffee. Bye.